I paid off my grandfather's $1.5 million loan, and I decided it was time to move on to bigger pastures. So I went and got me a $1 million loan, and I have 2 years to pay it back in the great state of Missouri. Find out what happens in today's video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are right here in the semi truck, and we're hauling something yellow and black, and I'm so excited for it today. We are actually hauling ourselves a New Holland CR11. I am so excited to finally be able to do that, and don't forget the header. Don't ask me how we have the header hooked up. We just do. So we are hauling this from all the way from the New Holland plant, and it took us a hot minute. We actually are renting this thing because I was like, you know what? I want to use it. So we rented it. So we got some crops to go ahead and start knocking out. The first thing we have to knock out with it is the oats, and then I'm hoping to transfer it into beans and keep the gleaner only for the corn. So that is kind of what the hopes and the goal is going to be, because I think this is going to be a little bit better of a combine for those. I don't think I turned wide enough. I did not turn wide enough. Let's go. Don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. Header trailer. Yeah, header trailer went a little bit deeper in there than I wanted it to. So we'll just go ahead and pull this on up into here. So I'm excited personally that we finally get to use a CR11, especially, ladies and gentlemen, with the new game FS25 coming out. This is going to be the combine that everybody's going to be using, and I love it. I love the fact that we're going to be having these opportunities to play this more. Got the header trailer unhooked. Now all we got to do is kind of back this up right here and detach. There we go. Pull forward. Now we should be able to take the CR11 off, fire it up. I will say this is a beautiful combine, and honestly, I'm all for it. Let's go ahead and unfold the thing. Oh yeah, we are gonna do some damage with crops on this thing. Now, as you can definitely see, this is not the American version of this combine. This is more of a European version, but you know, I'm not against it. They didn't have an American version of this, sadly, so we're just gonna take what we can get. For a combine, at least we have our combine figured out what we're gonna be using. So we have that hooked up, ready to go right there. We gotta hook the semi truck trailer back up, park it out of the way, and actually grab a green truck or two, because we have a lot to get done. And I'm actually going to only take one grain trailer. I'm not even going to take the auger wagon right now because there's so little amount of fields that need to be done, and we got a lot of time to get them done. So I'm not going to worry, honestly, about the little stuff when it comes to it. So I'll probably stop and use it. Honestly, we'll just probably take the Ford. Yeah, we'll just take the Ford with us instead of taking the Peterbilt right now. It's just oats what we have planted, and there's a small number of it planted, so I'm not really too big into making sure that everything is 100% out there. Like, we got the grain cart running, all that running. I really don't want to run this grain through too many different types of augers. All right, and now that those two are ready to rock and roll, we'll go ahead and take it down to the first field. Let's go ahead and turn the hazards on. Turn this thing back on. Beacons. I just want to point out this detail. Look at the way these lights are. They are actually beautiful. I'm so excited to use this combine in FS25, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are as well and you do play on PC, consider using my link down below to purchase the game. It does help out the channel a lot, and I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alrighty, we're here at the field. Just got to make a little bit of a turn. Don't want to make it too harsh of a turn for the semi truck. He should be able to make that. All right, now we have the combine parked up here, ready to go. We got it detached here in the back. No, that's detached. We can go and unfold the combine completely. You know, the more I look around up here, this area up here would not be a bad area to start mowing it, or probably cultivate like these side pieces under and get a little bit more of an extra bit of field out of it, which honestly, I'm for more of an acreage. I would not mind that. Just got to drive underneath these. We should be good there. Stop. There we go. Put that into play, and should be spitting out straw. Yep, there it is. Perfect. So that is the main thing we're after with this, is we're after the straw. That is pretty much the whole reason we did it, was just so we can get the straw out of this thing. Oh yeah. Doesn't seem like we're kicking out too much. We're actually getting 132 bushels to the acre. Since we're getting that kind of acreage, just want to take a little bit of a quick look. One thing I don't like about this header is it is an auger fed header. Not the biggest fan of those, especially when it comes to actually doing grains like this. Yeah, I mean, don't look terrible. Straw looks pretty good. Don't see a whole lot in there. I can see some shadow loss over here, but that's pretty much about it. So we should be good with it. So I think it's no better time, but right now to go ahead and get this entire field knocked out and move on to the next ones. Hopefully we make a pretty good dent in the oats fields. And just like that, we were able to go ahead and finish up this fill. We didn't fill up the truck, or let me rephrase this, we ain't filled it up yet. I think we do have enough in there where we filled it up at least one full time. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we did fill it up all the way, and this field was actually a little bit less yielding wise than I thought we were gonna get. We still got 130 bushel per acre average. I think that's decent, not the best but not the worst kind of an average. If we would have put down a little bit more nitrogen or a little bit more fertilizer down, probably would have did better, but for right now it could have been a lot worse than what it is right now. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put the header back on the header trailer. There, perfect. Go ahead and make sure we don't mess anything up. Get this thing kind of turned around and ready to rock and roll. Then we got to take the oats. One thing I do want to take a look at, see what the price of oats are at. Prices aren't the best actually right now. They get better closer to December. Because right now we are in August, actually, when they're in the worst. So yeah, we're going to be putting up all of our oats because that is not a good price at all. So let's go ahead and fire the old girl up. Go ahead and give a little bit of a quick turnaround. Let's go ahead and head back to the shop. We'll put this in our grain storage for right now. I think that'll be our best case scenario. This $45 a bushel is decent, but honestly, we're after the best price we can get, and $45 just is not the best price that we know we can get out of this thing. And you know, I'm just realizing I've yet to drive this truck yet. It's actually a really nice truck. One thing I really don't like about this truck is how low down to the ground the front end is, but other than that, I mean, I can live with it. What I remember being told about this farm when I bought it, this used to be the farmer's first ever semi-truck and trailer. This most likely is the longest lasting piece of equipment here on this farm, and being honest, I really don't plan to trade in because of how nice it is. Go ahead and unload the first bit of grain. Where's our money going up? Whoa, 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 whoa. We own this, don't we? Well, looks like we're selling instead of keeping. I've actually never ran into this problem. I didn't, okay. Alrighty, so I got a little bit of complaint here. Looks like there's no place to actually store grain here on this map. So pretty much everything we're doing, and we're just selling immediately. We're gonna take it to at least the best price place from now on and just do it like that. It really does suck because I was hoping that we were able to store grain, do all that kind of fun stuff. So when the price is the best, well, we're not. This map has nowhere, and I really don't feel like on my farm trying to figure out how to put down a grain silo when I already have one on my farm. Apparently that is already a sell location, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of fun stuff. I don't really know if you guys know of a version of this map that doesn't do this. Please let me know. I would be more than glad to look at it, but I don't know why this version did it. But at least right now, we'll go ahead and load up all of the oats from this combine into us and head on down to the next field. All right, pull this thing up. There we go. We should be good to go like that. Now we got that field done. We just got to run down here. We got 2 more fields left to do with this combine setup, and we should be good from there. All right, just got to pull on down here. Unfold. Don't run into the person's crop. Don't pay attention to that. Yep. Ooh. This is a fun way to hook up. May not be the best way, but that's the way we're going with right now. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and put this down and start combining this field. I will say this is honestly a little bit better than what I was expecting to yield with 130. I was expecting around the 90-ish range. So 130, honestly, I could live with these kind of yields. And if we're looking at better than average yields on this, where I did put down a lot of nitrogen and a lot of extra help with the corn, I can't wait to see what that looks like. Honestly, with that, I'm probably expecting one of the better yields that we'll see. So far, everything looks like it's running pretty good. I'm running into some issues here and there with this combine. Don't really like the way some of these things are set up, but we'll go ahead and at least continue using it for right now. I did lease it for the entire year, so since we leased it, we might as well keep it going. I'm finding the monitor a lot, as you can tell. Just missed the entire row. Now, one thing I am starting to really realize is we probably could have put all this into corn and beans and been fine. The only reason we didn't is because we wanted the straw. Starting now to realize we probably should have put it in the corn and beans. So I am doing 3 headland passes on this one, where the other one I did 2. The only reason I'm doing 3 right now is because of that river right there. I don't really want to go into it. So me doing 3 just make me feel safer. And the safer I feel at the end of the day, the better, in my opinion. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with harvesting. Gotta go ahead and get over this. I will give this combine, it did a pretty good job. Once I kind of got the monitors figured out here on this next field, I believe this is a little bit better of a combine than what I was originally intending it to be. I actually love the CR11, and the header is not the biggest header in the world. I think it's a 41-foot header. I would personally prefer a 61-foot header, but that'll be coming soon, I think. We gotta take this thing back to the shop though, wash it up and get it ready for some good old harvest of beans here soon. And just like that, we're gonna take this on back to the shop. We do need to probably pull out the baler, get that started. Probably got a lot of more work that we need to get done. So let's get this back to the shop and see what's left on the agenda for the day. Alrighty, gotta pull on out of here. So right now what we've been doing is I contacted a local farmer who owns a bin site near one of our cornfields, and we've just been selling it there. He needs the oats, so we're selling it to him. We're not making much money off of it, but we're making enough to pay for what we need. Alrighty, just pull on in here. So this is the place where we've been selling our grain at. He's also told me that he's also going to be accepting most of corn, everything like that as well. I'm still a little furious about the fact that we can't store our grain. I would rather store grain than to be selling it like this. And we made over $100,000. I want to say we made close to 130-ish thousand, which isn't a whole lot, but it's enough to at least get us through the bad time. So we do got a little bit longer left before we need to pay off the loans. I am going to consider paying off the $100,000 loan, so we're left with the 920,000 left ish. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's just go ahead and pay that off once we get back to the farm, so that we've made progress. Alrighty, pull on into the yard as normal, and everything is back here. We're good to go on that aspect. So there's a couple things we do need to get ready to rock and roll. First thing is we need to find our baling tractor, because we are going to go ahead and hook up the baler, get that out there to the field. Do we have a baler? Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. I should have a baler. I'm sorry. I'm about 90% sure I have a baler. If I don't, I'm really don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I do. Should be, yeah, there it is. Okay. So we do have a baler. We have a Vermeer baler, which is a little bit better of a baler than what we've been using before. Go ahead and move this sucker out of the way. And I know everything's just kind of stuck everywhere and we don't really have a rhyme or reason to stuff right now. I know, but everything's gonna make sense the time we get done. So we are gonna go ahead and hook this up. We're gonna go over it and get ready. But before we do that, we need to actually come here and so we need to pay that, make special payment, and that is completely paid off. So we no longer have that payment left on us. We have $100,000 left, and we need roughly $900 or $820,000 left. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get this Vermeer baler ready to rock and roll. And actually, the day of this recording, so sadly I won't see this, but day of this recording, we're actually going to do a live stream of me baling all of the straw up and possibly doing some hay work as well. If y'all guys want to see the aftermath of all that, please go over to the live stream. Links will all be down in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Love, appreciate me, my entire family here, and we'll see y'all guys in the last video. Yeah, we've got one more video of this. See y'all guys in the last video. Peace.